This is AC Milan, a team full of rich history, success and phenomenal talent. The likes of Kaká, Ronaldinho, Shevchenko, Maldini, Seedorf and many more. But after an impressive last 5 years of football, this season they fell apart. They are just above mid-table right now with their neighbours Inter trying to win 2 Scudettos in a row. And we cannot allow this to happen. So today I'm taking charge of the 7-time Champions League winners with the goal of bringing AC Milan back to their prime and to make them win the Champions League for the 8th time. So here is the team we've loaded into in Season 1, and let me tell you something guys, it is beyond stacked. There's Mike Magnan, Theo Hernandez, Rafael Leao, the club's current top goal scorer Christian Pulisic. There's also the fair share of youngsters who can definitely turn into great players too. On top of that, their best team is insanely young man, only one player above 30 years old. And there's neither a contract or loan situation we need to sort out, so everything so far with AC Milan is looking up. Especially with a budget of 105 million euros, life with this AC Milan side is going to be an absolute walk in the park. Or is it? Because when I became the manager of AC Milan, I was given 4 objectives to complete, one of which is getting 6 core AC Milan players up to 90 rated or above, which means that any signing I make that gets up to 90 rated doesn't count to this. I also have to get one of our players to score more than 38 goals in all competitions in one season to break Gunnar Nordahl's record back in 1951. I also have to win the treble, which obviously includes the Scudetto, Coppa Italia and the Champions League. Speaking of which, we have to win that competition not once this time, but twice. But to make this even harder, I'm only allowed a maximum of 2 signings per season, and I've only got 5 years to pull this off. So can I make all of that happen with this AC Milan side? Well, there's no time like the present to find out. The good news is though, one of the objectives is quite attainable because I reckon we can get at least 7 of these players up to 90 rated if we get our tactics right. Which is why I'm keeping the formation the same with a short passing build-up style and a pretty high line. We also need a player to score 38 goals or more in one season, which is why we're going to play a very attacking style of play. If we've got any chance to break that record set by Gunnar Nordahl back in 1951, this is the way to do it. And I'd say right now guys, this is by a country mile our best team that we can field. It's of course not quite perfect, but we've got 5 years to sort this out. And this year, as you know, we've got 105 mil to spend, but the question is, where do we actually put that money? Well, right now I'm not really focused on that. I'm focused on selling Divock Origi and loaning out the rest of these players. I mean, Origi's just deadwood, we don't need him in the team, whereas these other 6 players, they're pretty young, got a decent amount of potential, and they definitely won't get game time here whilst I'm in charge in Season 1. And just like that, every single one are either loaned out or sold, so that's one less thing I've got to worry about. Now I've got to figure out where this 100+ million euros is going to go into this team. And you know what guys, I've made my mind up already. We need to replace Davide Calabria because I've seen his development plan and I'm telling you, he won't grow much. And because majority of our centre-backs are currently out on loan, we need to find for Kayo Tomori a suitable centre-back partner. And I think I've done just that, as I'm going to go for Dutch fullback right now, Jurrien Timber, only 23, 80 rated. Granted he's 5'10", but he's absolutely rapid with good defending, dribbling and physicality. And I think he will be a great centre-back partner for Tomori, which is why I've spent 36.5 mil to sign him on a 4-year deal. However, we're not quite done yet, are we? We need to replace Davide Calabria, and I think Diogo Dalot is the man for the job. Mid-20s, 83 rated with fantastic stats overall, and he's playing for a United team that are far worse than AC Milan. He did cost quite a bit of money in the end, but I believe he'll be worth every penny. And whilst we have 16 mil in our budget, that's our 2 transfers used up, so that's our window done. But there's still things we need to take care of, like converting Timber to a centre-back. I think he goes up by 1. Oh, that's lovely. He goes up by 2, 82 rated. I'm also converting Loftus-Cheek to be an attacking midfielder. Let's see what happens to him. 81 rated. 1 for 2 so far. I'm also converting Reinders to an attacking midfielder too. I'm pretty sure he goes up. Oh, okay, fair enough. He stays the same as well. I'm converting Leao to be a left midfielder too, as well as Pulisic being a right midfielder, but it'll take them a little bit longer. I've also improved our coaching system, as you can see. That this is the best I can get it for the time being, but this will steadily improve over the next 5 years. But that, ladies and gents, is me officially done for Season 1, as this is the team we are heading into our first campaign with AC Milan with. As for these 4 objectives, I think it's very naive to think we can try to push for any of these in Season 1. All I want from this team this season is development, because if that happens, that means we can really take those 4 objectives seriously in Season 2. But as we end Season 1, we came so close to completing 1 objective already. Pulisic got 35 goals in all competitions. So close yet so far away. But objectives aside, we really can't be complaining, man. These stats are kind of cracked. And you know what? So is this team on paper. Hey, you never know. We might have won the treble already. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case, as Inter Milan win the league by 8 points in the end. Isn't that funny though? The 2 teams in the Serie A that don't have a license finish 1st and 2nd. It just speaks volumes, doesn't it? We do, however, win the Super Cup, but realistically that doesn't mean anything. The Coppa Italia does, and we made the semis, getting knocked out by Roma. But in Europe, we've smashed it out of the park. We are 2nd in the league phase. Surely we don't win this first time of trying. Of course not. Monaco of all teams knocked us out in the round of 16. I should have seen that coming. This does mean we haven't hit any of these objectives going into Season 2. I know I said that I didn't expect to, but I'd love to just jammingly snuck one in. But we do go into the next campaign with a far superior side than what we started with. So hopefully that is the difference maker. But before we find out, if you're enjoying this video so far with AC Milan, drop it a big old thumbs up, get it to 1,000 likes if you can, and smash that subscribe button for me if you're new around here. So here we are, guys, in Season 2, and it's time to get this AC Milan side winning major trophies. And we've got 193 million to help us achieve that. But we've got to be smart about this. Remember, we can only make 2 signings per season. So we've got to go through the team, we've got to go through the squad, or figure out what positions need investment the most and then go for it. And one of those positions I think needs investment is the striker where Morata plays. It's nothing against him personally, but I feel like if we are to take AC Milan to that next level, we need a clinical goal scorer. We also need a better backup keeper than Sportiello for Mike Magnan. I mean, he's 33 years old at the end of his career. We need someone who's mid-20s who's still developing. Someone like Matej Kovar from Leverkusen, 6'5", 25, 78 overall. He's got pretty decent stats right now, plus with him being literally 25 years old, he's got at least 8 years to develop. And for only 18 million euros, you really can't complain. Now we just need a replacement for Alvaro Morata. Now guys, I have found someone, and I'm really going to need you lot to hear me out, because I want to sign Liverpool's Darwin Núñez. I know, I can already feel the judgment, just hear me out. He's only 26, 84 rated, he's 6'2". He's also really rapid with great physicality. He's obviously got an eye for goal because he was smashing it at Benfica. We just need to build his confidence back up, and he'll be banging goals in for fun in Italy. And as far as signing players, that's our window done, ladies and gents. But I am loaning these 4 players out. 2 of them I'm just loaning out to get out the way. The other 2, there's a bit of potential still there. But going into Season 2, guys, this is how we've got the team lined up. And I'm very confident this time that we could potentially achieve one of these objectives, or maybe even get halfway with one of them. Either way though, I want a big performance from the AC Milan side. Last year we finished 2nd. This season though, I want to win the Scudetto. But unfortunately, it's no different than Season 1. We are 2nd in the Serie A, this time 20 points behind Inter. Man, they're a pain in my backside. We also don't win the Super Cup this time, and we don't win the Coppa Italia. Bloody hell, it just goes from bad to worse. However, we've topped the UCL League phase. We smoked Porto in the round of 16. We just got past City. We beat Liverpool, and we battered United in the final. We've won the UCL. How on earth have we done that? I mean, to be fair, I kind of understand it. This team is absolutely unreal at the minute. And as you can see, guys, these stats are insane. A bit of a stinker from Núñez, but hopefully he will grow from this. But I've just realised Leo missed out on that record by 1 flipping goal. Oh my god, what do we have to do to get a player score more than 38 goals? So this does mean going into Season 3, we haven't fully completed any of these objectives, but we are halfway to completing the Champions League one. But with only 3 years to go, guys, this team needs to shape the hell up, because the rate we're going, we're not going to complete any of these objectives. But here we are, guys, halfway through our journey with AC Milan, and it is really time to step it up with this squad. And we've got 273 million to do that with. God, that's a lot of money. But that large amount gives us an issue, because we can't technically spend too much on this starting 11, because one of these objectives is to get 6 core AC Milan players up to 90 rated or above. And as you can see, we are on track for that. 4 players are already 90 rated. But to complete that objective, I'm looking at players like Tomori, Benassar, Fofana, and Reinders to get to 90 overall, and we're very nearly there with Reinders. So if we are to replace one of these 4 players, we've got to make sure that it's absolutely worth it, otherwise it's just a waste. But I've checked all 4 of their development plans, and right now Benassar is by a mile looking the weakest. So he is going to be the one who gets dropped for the starting 11, but don't you worry, because I'm bringing in a very suitable replacement in Declan Rice from Arsenal. 27, 6'1", 88 rated, and judging by them stats, he can literally play anywhere on that pitch. But for us, he's going to stay as a CDM, and for just under 100 million, I'd say this is a bargain. And this leaves us 161 million to spend, and we do only have one more transfer to make. And I'm going to spend it on Aaron Ramsdale to bring him into the team as a second choice keeper. He's having a terrible time at Southampton. He needs a fresh start. And it's safe to say now, I'm incredibly happy with this team, because not only is the starting 11 world class, our bench is filled to the brim with quality. And there's still enough core AC Milan players that can get to 90 rated in this team, so it's a win-win. But obviously, that's not the only objective we need to focus on. We need a player to score more than 38 goals, we need to win the treble, and we need one more UCL. And this team, frankly, needs to speed its backside up, because they've only got 3 years to do this now. But this is a damn good start. We've finally won the Scudetto. And weirdly enough, after smashing the Serie A twice in a row, Inter Milan actually finished 7th. Hey, I'm not complaining. But we don't win the Super Cup this time. But we've won the Coppa Italia, smashing Roma to do it. So if I'm not mistaken, if we win the Champions League this year, we knock off 2 objectives just like that. And it could very well happen as we top the UCL League phase undefeated. And we've smashed Newcastle in the round of 16. We've beaten Barca. But Liverpool knock us out in the semis. Oh, come on, man. I knew that was too good to be true. This team came so close. We were literally 1 trophy away from knocking off the 2 hardest objectives to hit. And guys, the stats are indeed amazing, but we're still 5 goals off that freaking record. Guys, this is unreal. But guys, I've just taken a closer look at this team, and I've just realized something. We've now got 6 core players 90 rated or above, so that means we finally achieved one of these objectives. It's about goddamn time, isn't it? And considering what this team's achieved this year, I genuinely believe those 3 remaining objectives are definitely attainable, as we've just arrived into our second to last year in charge of AC Milan with 223 million euros to spend. And if we invest this money wisely, we'll defo hit those objectives. But guys, I've gone through this team, and now that we've hit that 90 rated plus objective, these 2 positions I want to focus on. And those are our centre-backs for Fikayo Tomori and, of course, Jurriën Timber. Now, I know that might seem harsh, but it'll take Tomori 57 weeks to become a better centre-back, and it will take 50 weeks for Timber to become a better centre-back too. And with this team still having 3 objectives to complete, we just can't afford that. So that's where I'm putting this money, but I'm not spending it on players that are still developing. I want already developed world-class talent, which is why I'm signing Ruben Diaz. Granted, he's 30, but he's 6'2", 88 rated, 87 defending, 86 physicality, and this guy's already won the treble. And that truly makes him the perfect centre-back for us. But we're not done yet, because I want William Saliba to join us as well. As you can see, he's an absolute powerhouse, but he'll cost between 118 and 148 million. So if we are to make this happen, we're going to have to be a pretty good negotiator. So I've offered 95 mil alongside Malik Fior. That's over 130 million. And it looks like they've actually gone for it. That is a done deal. And now that William Saliba plays for us, that is officially our window done. And now that Diaz and Saliba are in front of Mike Magnan, I feel like this is going to be our strongest season yet. But remember those objectives, guys. We need a player to score more than 38 goals this season. We need to win the treble, which obviously does include the UCL. But with only 2 seasons left, I'm really hoping this year we can make a dent in these objectives. And it's once again a good start. We have gone back-to-back winning the Scudetto. That's trophy 1 of 3 that we need. We don't, however, need the Super Cup, but we have won it anyway. We've also won the Coppa Italia. 2 down, 1 to go. Now, we've once again topped the UCL League phase. But Celtic knock us out in the round of 16. Bro, you can't be serious. Celtic? Really? How on earth does does this team, literally full of 90 rated players now, lose to Celtic? That's embarrassing. And to make it worse, none of our players got more than 38 goals. Honestly, this is some BS right here. So we're going into our final year with AC Milan, not having a player score more than 38 goals, not won a treble, and not won the UCL twice. And honestly, at this point, I don't know what it takes. If a full team of 90 plus rated players can't pull that off, no team on this planet can. So here we are, guys, in Season 5, our final year with Milan. We've got 222 million to spend, but there is a little issue. I've been through the starting 11 and I've been through the bench, and there's literally nowhere to put it. I mean, the starting 11 is legitimately full of 90 rated players, so we're all good there. In the bench, honestly, if we put any more quality into it, it'd just be overkill. So aside from the coaching system and contracts, this 222 million is basically useless to us. Now, I know that's risky not spending any money considering we still have 3 objectives to complete, but I fully believe this team can pull it off, man, especially when they're all 90 plus rated. So we simulated our final season with Milan, and we've won our 3rd Scudetto. 1 down, 2 to go. We've also won the Coppa Italia. 2 down, 1 to go. We've also smashed the UCL League phase again. We've battered Leipzig in the round of 16. We've smashed Chelsea, and we're in the final after beating Athletic Bilbao. Guys, we're playing Dortmund in the final. I almost never lose against these guys as well. Surely this is written in the stars. Then again, that team is no pushover. Jesus, that's a lot better than I thought it'd be. Unfortunately, though, we go into the final with bad news. Not only is Rafael Leao bloody injured, none of our players have managed to score more than 38 goals in a single campaign, which means we fail that objective. Which, considering just how stacked this team actually is, absolutely sucks, because I thought for sure we'd have done it. But we can still complete 2 of those objectives. We just need to win the Champions League final, and we've done it. And we've done it, ladies and gents. We beat Dortmund 3-0 in the final. We are the best team in the world again. Pulisic with a brace, Nunes with a goal in the 57th. We've bloody done it. Granted, we could not complete all 4 of these objectives, but we came bloody close to it in the end. But with that, my job with Milan is done. If you have enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, drop it a big old thumbs up, get it to 1,000 likes for me, and smash that subscribe button if you're new around here. And if you're still here and want to watch more of my videos, click here, because YouTube recommends you watch this one.